Hello, this is Roxana from thedeliciouscrescent.com, and today I'm going to show you how to make a roast lamb shawarma. This is so nicely spiced, tender, delicious, and has an authentic flavor. If you don't have a shawarma restaurant nearby, then this recipe is just the right fix for you. We start with making a homemade spice blend: cumin seeds, coriander seeds, cinnamon, cardamom seeds, cloves, black peppercorns, a small piece of nutmeg, star anise, and some fenugreek seeds. Roasting of spices makes the spice blend intense, but that is optional. Then take the spices in a spice grinder and grind it into a fine powder. Next, add some sumac, paprika, and salt. Grind it all together. In a small bowl, take some lemon juice, grated garlic, grated ginger, some olive oil, and the shawarma spice blend. Combine it all into a thick paste. So we need a deboned and butterflied leg of lamb that is about 4 pounds. This way, the meat is like a thick sheet that can easily absorb the flavors and sliced like shawarma. Trim off the extra fat. On the seam side, look for thick pockets of fat and carefully slice it off. Now this is grass-fed lamb. It is more lean and healthier. It has more of the healthy omega-3 fatty acids and conjugated linoleic acid, which has great health benefits. On the fat side, trim off any excess fat, leaving just a thin layer, and that fat will render out while roasting the meat. Just like in traditional shawarma, the fat will roast the meat and drip off, imparting a nice flavor. Leg of lamb is more lean and tender than other cuts of meat. You can of course ask the butcher to prepare the lamb ready for seasoning, and you don't have to do all of this at home. Make sure to avoid meat cuts from overly mature livestock so that the meat is tender. On the seam side, make 1-inch deep cuts in the thickest parts to increase the surface area for marination. Flip over and score on the fat side, not too deep, just barely going through the fat layer. Pat the lamb dry and coat about 2/3 of the spice paste onto the seam side, rubbing into the slashes. Now the spice blend is really intense and aromatic, but that goes well with the meat, and when it is all done, it is not going to be so intense and will perfectly pair with the side dishes. Fold it over and transfer it to a bowl. And now spread rest of the marinade evenly on the fat side. Then cover and marinate the meat, preferably overnight in the refrigerator. Preheat the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit and let the marinated meat sit at room temperature for 30 minutes before roasting. Pour 2 cups of water in the base of the pan. Scatter onion slices in the roasting pan and place a rack over that. Transfer the meat fat side up over the rack, cover and bake for about 1.5 hours. Then remove the lid. Baste the lamb with the juices collected in the bottom of the pan. Roast the fat side until golden brown on the top without the lid. It is well done when the meat is fork tender, but don't roast until it disintegrates. Flip the meat and roast on the other side too. Once it is done, let it rest for about 20 minutes before slicing. Using a sharp knife, cut thin slices. Now here is a tip. Make sure to save the juices from the roasting pan to use for reheating or to drizzle on the meat while making sandwiches, and that will make your sandwiches really tasty and juicy. Serve the shawarma with flat bread like thin pita or lavash, rice or couscous. Add sliced vegetables like cucumber, tomatoes, peppers, onions, a drizzle of tahini yogurt sauce, a touch of hot sauce, pickles, and serve it with tabbouleh, hummus, or a yogurt dip. You can make some of the steps ahead of time. You can make a lot of it and freeze some for later. And now, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and follow along. Thanks for watching and see you next time.